Well, it looks like we've reached 7:30. My name is Jennifer Dietz, and you have checked in to Warriors at Ease for our Operation Remote Resilience. This is a 30-minute restorative class. I'm a Warriors at Ease certified teacher, and I'm real privileged to be able to practice with you tonight. Because it is a restorative class, we often use props, and tonight we will. You might like to gather some pillows, blankets, towels, blocks, couch cushions, anything you can use to rest on during later portions of the practice, and a towel or a strap to put around your foot for one of the stretches will do. So without further ado, let's begin in a standing position. I've taken a minute to close the doors to this patio because there were some neighbor kitties who were prowling about, and I didn't want to disturb you with any brouhaha that might result. Take a look around your space and make sure that you are comfortable to tune into the practice we're going to share for the next 30 minutes. Maybe dim your lights, close the door, take another sip of water. All right, and as we join in practice together in a standing position, let's first draw our attention to our feet and feel how we're connected to the surface below us. We can do that by rocking forward and back, ever so slightly, side to side, and feel the way your feet are connected with the surface below you. Depending on your anatomy, the arch of your foot, you might be really aware of its openness, and maybe your foot is flatter and it's connected. Once every surface is in contact with the floor, draw your attention from your feet through your ankles to your knees and your hips, and from your hips to your shoulders, and allow that to raise your torso and open your chest. Maybe turn your arms out, palms forward, lifting your gaze and letting the crown of your head reach toward the ceiling or the sky. Without locking your knees out, this is your strong mountain posture. Notice how it feels, that even in stillness, we're still making micro movements. Drawing your attention into your fingertips, sweep your hands wide as you inhale deeply. Bring your hands together overhead. Let the palms touch, let the fingertips touch, let the thumbs touch. And draw your hands in front of your face, allowing your elbows to touch, and then allow them to separate as they come down in front, and you release your hands at the bottom, a big circle. Let's do that again, breathing in on the way up and out on the way down. So here we go, in and out. Breathe in again, and out. This time, bring your hands parallel to the floor, palms facing forward, hands strong. Bring your arms together to meet and then cross. Notice which hand is on top. In my case, it's the left. After you've crossed, bring your hands to your shoulders and hug tightly. Maybe bend forward a little bit to find some opening across your shoulder blades. And then release your hands, drawing the backs of your hands together toward each other behind you, opening your heart and lifting your gaze up to the sky. and then return to neutral. Cross your hands in front again, this time switching which hand is on top. So now I have my right hand on top. Hug your shoulders close. Again, easing forward for a little bit of opening across the shoulder blades. Stand back up to neutral. Open your hands out. Let the backs of your hands come together and gaze rise. Return to neutral. Lower your hands and allow your fingers to interlace behind your back. From this position, allow your fingertips to draw toward the floor as you open your heart and gaze toward the front. So you're opening across the front of your chest and a little bit of bend in your back. And now come back to neutral. Release your hands and shake them out. Clasp your hands together in front of your chest and do a figure 8 with your hands together. And notice the direction you started. I started to my right. Come to center and go the opposite direction. It's a little bit more difficult to go in the direction you don't automatically choose. Now come to stillness in the middle. Shake your hands out like left and right, flat, and now up and down, and all around. Great. Now let's make our way to the mat. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope, I got ahead of myself. From the still staying in your mountain position, take your right foot and bring your right hand down by the side, lifting your left up over. And then continue that bend, reaching down your right and up with your left. Keeping your shoulders and your hips in the same line, the same plane. And then come up through center. Allow your left hand to go by the left side and reach your right hand up. Reach down your left side. At the same time, you're lengthening through your right. So here we're just bringing some opening into the left and right side of our spine and our body. Come back through center. Now lift your right heel up. Bring your hands to face each other overhead. Turn to your right side and press your hands down toward the earth. I'm sorry, that's right in your face. So we're doing this twisting motion to the side. Come back through center. Now lift your left heel, rotate to the left, and let your arms come down. Do that 2 more times with your breath. So right heel up, twist. Back to center, left heel up, twist. Back to center. Great. Now, once we're in center, turn your palms forward, bring a slight bend to your knees, and let your hands come down to your knees. From here, we're going to do some gentle standing cat-cow. So from our neutral position, we'll draw our shoulders toward our hips and push our back out, rounding out for a standing cat. And then we'll do the opposite. Draw the back of our shoulders toward the back of our hips and round forward, opening the front of our torso for standing cow. So go through that motion 2 or 3 more times with your own breath. And then stop at neutral, press up to standing, and then make your way down to the mat, any way that seems good to you tonight. The first posture we're going to take is going to require your strap or a towel that you can fold lengthwise and use in the same manner as you would use a strap. So gather your materials and then make your way all the way to the floor. If you'd like a little bit of a challenge, put your arms out and then roll down slowly until you are all the way on the floor. I think there might be some things. There we go. All right. Once you're down on the floor, notice the way you're supported along the length of the back of your body. And really press in with your left heel, your left calf, your left thigh, and anchor your body on the left side while you draw your right leg into your chest and hug it tight. Now, anchoring down with your left leg, take your strap or your towel and place it around the sole of your right foot. Extend your right leg. It can be down at an angle or straight up overhead, whatever feels like the right amount of tension on the back of your leg. And then, when you've gotten it straight and at an angle that feels like what tonight should be, hold on to your strap and just be in this shape. So we're allowing ourselves to remain in these postures a little bit longer than we would in other instances with support, like the strap or the pillows, so that we can ease into them and get the real benefits of a restorative practice. And as you notice your left leg still supporting you and your right leg being supported, and you breathe, can you release any tension you're holding in your leg? Obviously, you're holding tension in your arms on purpose, but can you release the tension in your leg? If you want to make any adjustments, you're welcome to. And if you are inspired to explore some more opening in your hip, you can allow your leg to come open to the side. Keeping it straight overhead or elevated is perfectly fine. And with your next inhale, bend your knee, bringing your right leg back into your chest. Release the strap and hug the knee in. Send your right leg long down beside you. And before we switch sides, reach your arms up overhead and really give a whole body stretch. Anchor your right leg down all the way through the heel, the calf, the thigh, the hip, and draw your left leg into your chest. Hug it in tight, and then bring your strap or your towel around the sole of your left foot and extend your left leg, again, straightening it at an angle that offers your body some comfortable stretch. It might be low, it might be high, might be cast vertical, depends on what your body can do. And then hold on to your strap and allow your leg to release the tension and let it just be stretched. As with the right side, you might notice, oh, I'm holding on to my kneecap, or, oh, I feel that in my hip. Can you bring your attention and let that kneecap lift and let your hip loosen? With your next inhale, pull your knee in, release your tension on the strap, and you can place your strap to the side. Hug your left knee in and send your left leg straight. Stretch your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Draw your knees up and shift your hips to one side or the other and press up in order to be able to pull your bolsters over to your mat. I have 2 pillows and 2 blankets, 2 blocks, and a few cats. I'm just going to place these right here. So, place your bolsters lengthwise on your mat and put your right hip next to the edge. Have your legs curved like mine are, like you're sitting on your right leg and your feet are off to the left side. So you're sitting on your right hip. Once your bolsters are near your right hip, take both arms and frame them and walk your torso down, placing your right cheek on the bolster and releasing any tension onto your support. So if you've got a sleeping bag or a cushion, this is a supported seated twist. And if you release your arms even more behind you or up so that you're not supporting yourself on them, you can really feel how the bolster supports you in this posture. And ideally, by being supported, you'll release your hold on your body and it will ease into the shape. Now, if your heels are behind you or stretched out in front of you, pull them down under your shoulders and press up off of your bolster. Bring your feet to the other side. I'm shifting my pillows so that I don't turn my back to you. But now we are going to set our left hip on the edge of our support. Again, having our feet off to the right, all of our weight on the left hip. Our stack of pillows or blankets or bolsters are on our left. Frame the support and walk yourself onto your support and bring your left cheek down to meet your pillow. And again, make sure that you're not holding yourself up with your arms, either by releasing them up or releasing them back. The sides might feel different. Often they do. As you lie on the support of your bolster and feel your breath, can you notice the ways you're holding any effort, and can you release that effort so that you can be supported? Maybe the top of your hip you're holding on to, can you release that? Now, wherever your hands are, bring them under your shoulders and press up off of your support. Don't go far though, because we are going to use the same setup for bolsters in a child's pose. So come to your hands and knees. Let your legs come wide to the edges of your mat and your feet come together behind you. Sit back on your heels and draw your pillows close to your knees. You're going to fold forward onto your support, turning your cheek left or right as suits you. And we'll stay here in this supported child's pose for just a moment. So now, instead of being twisted, we're just folding straight forward. You can place your hands together and put your forehead down, leaving room for your nose to breathe. Or you can turn your cheek to one side or the other. And I'll let you know when we're halfway in case you want to have balance in this child's pose. I won't turn my head away from you, but this is a good time to switch sides if you want to turn your other cheek to the bolster. Bring your hands back under your shoulders and press up off of this. If you can remember only one restorative posture to take at the end of a hectic day, please remember that one. Now come back to your seat and we'll do one more twist before we move into our final relaxation. Place your bolsters to your side and when I lie down, I'm going to draw my right leg up and have my bolsters on my left leg. And my bolsters are on the right, and I'm going to bring my leg over and have it be supported on the bolsters on my right side. So instead of just having the knee dangling in space, it's supported on the bolsters. So again, from our backs, we hug our left leg in and then draw it over to the right, allowing it to be supported by the pile of bolsters. You can send your arms out and turn your gaze to the left if you like, or have your gaze straight up to the ceiling, your choice. So this is a supported reclined twist. A lot of times our leg floats in space and it gets all quivery. This is a great way to just let that outside of our leg be at ease in this twist. Now, if your head is facing the left, bring your gaze back to center. Bring your leg back to center and hug it close. Send your left leg long and shift your pile of pillows to the left side. And then you can see this on the other side. So now draw your right leg in and then sending your right leg to the left on the pile of pillows. You can see how it's supported in there in that way. Your arms can be outstretched and your gaze can be to the right. Your gaze can also be straight ahead if that's too much twisting. So if you are looking to the right, look up overhead and then bring your leg back to center, hugging it in and sending it long. Draw both knees in, hug them close, and do a little side-to-side rock on your back here. You have several options for your final posture. You can take your pile of pillows and put them under your knees and lie back in a supported relaxation posture. Or if you have a wall nearby, you can take your hips close to the wall and send your legs up. So you can have your legs up the wall. These are two really great ways to take your final relaxation. I'm going to let you choose your setting, and in just a moment, I'll do a bit of a body scan and guide you through the final few minutes of our practice. So once you are situated with your back against the floor and your legs either supported by pillows or a bolster, or even flat if that's your preference, or up a wall, draw your attention to all the ways you're in contact with the surfaces that are supporting you. And as you're aware of that support, perhaps you can let go of holding on to too much tension so that you can now draw your awareness to your breath. And feel the way it makes your chest rise and fall, and the way it opens even though your back is pressed against the floor. You can still feel that movement on your back. And can you feel it expand all the way under your arms and down into your hips? And with your next breath, can you feel it expand even more down into your fingers and into your toes? And as you let it go, can you feel it emptying completely? As you notice your ankles, make sure that you're not holding on to anything there. Checking behind your knees and under your kneecap, in the front of your hips and the low of your back, between each rib, and under your arms and in the crook of your elbows, in your thumb and in each finger joint. Can you let go of all the tension? And in your eyes and your nose and your mouth, can each be soft and at ease? Your very hairline and the back of your neck, soft. And with that awareness, you feel your breath another time before you return to your day's activities or linger as long as you can in this restful place. If you do need to get on with your activities, It has come time for us to conclude our practice. You can join me in a seat. And I want to thank you for tuning in for Operation Remote Resilience. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that there's an opportunity to continue to help people like me serve those who serve by contributing to the work of Warriors at Ease by following the link below. I am Jennifer Dietz, a Warriors at Ease teacher, and it's been my privilege to be here tonight with you in health, resilience, and connection with restorative yoga. Hope to see you next time. Thank you.